Greetings, my good bitches. The name's Francis, QueenCokeFrancis. I'm an editor, Twitch streamer, drag artist, and I'm here because I'm just another degenerate trying to get booked at Hetero Awesomeness Fest. Another year, another Pride Month, and what's that, Lassie? Trump just declared that June isn't Pride Month anymore? He's renaming it to Title IX Month? Well, you heard it here first, folks. The guy who creeped around Miss Teen USA dressing rooms and has openly bragged about assaulting women has just renamed June to Title IX Month. You know, the anti-discrimination DEI initiative for women from the 1970s. Oh my God, I have so many questions. Does Trump even know what Title IX is, or did he just think it was the name of a Michael Bay movie? Are all the months gonna be named after DEI initiatives? How are they even going to enforce it when the word woman is officially banned amongst FDA officials? We'll let them sort out all that silliness themselves, which they've been doing remarkably well these past few weeks. But if your brain is anything but the dome of a Fisher-Price corn popper, you'll know that June is simply Pride Month. That's right, we're dead naming the month of June, the same way we dead named Twitter. Is this that dark woke thing that people have been talking about? I thought that was just having a sense of humor. But some people are so concerned with other people's sex lives and genitals that even in the beer of our Lord 2025, some folks are proactively taking a stand against Pride Month by boasting to the world how miserable they are. Like the Hetero Awesomeness Fest that's happening in Boise, Idaho this year, and girl, let me tell you, if I hadn't just bought plane tickets to go to Japan later this year, you know I would be there having the gayest old time of my entire life. What else could I do at an event hosted solely out of spite for my community? I've been actively following their Instagram page and asking them if they could come to Orange County since they had hinted that they might, but unfortunately no such luck so far. However, Hetero Awesomeness Fest is far from the only method that straight men use to definitely prove how definitely straight and male they are around their female woman wives and other straight male men friends. It's definitely one of the funniest though, but so is this upcoming compilation I've made. So since my sad gay ass is sitting at home, not performing at Hetero Awesomeness Fest, I decided to rank a bunch of things that turn you gay, apparently. At least according to the internet. So without further ado, let's get God, why do people keep calling me when I'm filming? What do you want, troll?
Hi, is this QueenCokeFrancis?
No, this is Patrick.
Oh, okay. Well, I was watching one of your older videos and I was wondering if, you were still taking stalker requests?
Look, you seem like a nice kid, but I already have a stalker. How did you even get this number?
I have a buddy who, breaks data or something. He said I could use the dark web to get all your info and stuff. He's made $1 billion.
Okay, so, what kind of info? Like my secret crushes? My top-bottom preferences?
Oh, you know, your birthday, your email, your phone number, your, social security number.
Jesus. You wouldn't happen to know if there was anything I could do about this, would you?
I don't know. I think they have to take your info down if you ask, but they make it, super hard and confusing.
I should have known. I'm only getting more and more famous with each passing day. It's time for me to finally invest in something to prevent things like this, like the sponsor of today's video, Aura. You might already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking the front door but leaving the back door open. Because Aura is all-in-one digital security that not only removes your info from these data broker sites, but keeps it off. You'll get notified if your personal info is found on the dark web, and get real-time fraud alerts for credit and banking, thanks to Aura's 24/7 monitoring to keep your identity secure. Aura also has a ton of other features to keep you safe online, including a secure VPN, an antivirus, a password manager, and many more. And should the worst case scenario happen, Aura includes up to $5 million in identity theft insurance protection. It's one app with every layer of protection. I won't be leaving myself vulnerable anymore, and neither should you. You can use my special link aura.com/QueenCokeFrancis for a 14-day trial, which is enough time for Aura to find out where your data is being exposed and sold. And now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. So this compilation is made of the most common examples I found on the World Wide Web, including the Reddit thread, Straight Men of Reddit. What is the strangest thing you've been told not to do because that's gay? Which currently has over 38,000 replies. I've divided all these things into 4 categories. First up is, yeah, I could see that. These are the ones I read and went,
Now, he had a point.
there could be some reasonable evidence that the things in this category could possibly make you a bit zesty. Zesty is the word, yeah. Next is, that's rich coming from you. These are the examples with actual celebrity endorsements, usually by the worst ones possible. Not just Fox News grifters, but they are most of them. Next category is, fellas, is it gay to be straight? These are things that are so gay they come full circle, not only back to being straight, but being confidently, normally straight, and just being a normal functioning member of society in general. And finally, we have, you guessed it, the straights are not okay. These truly demonstrate the miserable hellscape that some straight people out there have created for themselves. Really makes you wonder if Hetero Awesomeness Fest is just gonna be a couple sad guys at the old state saloon complaining about their wives and their kids who don't talk to them anymore. I'm definitely not bitter about not going to Hetero Awesomeness Fest. Stop asking! Just one more thing to keep in mind before we continue. There is very much the possibility that some of these examples were intended to be jokes, and I certainly don't want to contribute to killing the art of satire or anything. If they're having a giggle, then we'll have a giggle, and this video is really just all in good fun. That's all I really want my videos to ever be most of the time, actually. On the other hand, there are actually people out there who do think like this. Okay, I'll shut up now. Let's get into it. First up, leaning. As in, leaning against a wall. Oh boy, we're off to a rough start here. According to Faceless Twitter Mail number 500,683, leaning is considered a feminine trait and even has some arrows and diagrams to back it up. What is sexual polarity? The feminine wants to lean into the masculine. She wants to enter his world, feel his strength, feel his protection, and submit to his guidance. It's so funny how these people call my community deviants when they are more obsessed with BDSM than my friends who work in actual BDSM dungeons. Oh, Rivellino didn't stop there though. Why can't a man lean in? When a man leans into his girl, he reveals that he feels needy and lower value. He reveals that he has a weak mindset and that he feels dependent on her. I'm pretty sure he's just tall, dude. We're either dealing with a short king here who needs a confidence boost, or an actually tall dude who has never been close enough to a woman to lean on her. Either way, good lord, the straights are not okay. Next up, playing the clarinet. According to this Redditor, I played the clarinet. I got called f***ing-it a lot. First of all, not even good wordplay. Second of all, I imagine bassoon players have it much harder, especially if you're in Italy. Now, there are lots of famous clarinet players out there. Woody Allen, Squidward, I'm sure there are more, but mostly just those two. And only one of them is gay, and the other is an overrated pervert. Woody Allen simps, come at me.
I can take whatever you can dish out.
As a cellist, I would argue that the flute is a much gayer instrument. I think the clarinet is actually bisexual, because there's lots of finger work being done, but you're also blowing and spitting on a mouthpiece for hours. So, you know what? Yeah, I could see that. We all saw this one coming. Male friendships. Well, of course, but this example got a glowing endorsement from none other than 21 Savage when asked about his friendship with Drake. I feel like describing male friendships is zesty as hell. Zesty is such a good word. We should use it more. But you know what else is zesty, Savage? Those expensive blouses and matching tracksuits. So, I'd say that's rich coming from you. Next up, cleaning. Now, this mostly comes from the ridiculous women do the cooking and cleaning gender role nonsense. Any man who actually believes this probably went their entire life having their mom pick up after them. But because they usually conflate being gay with femininity, as we will see much more of later in this video, there's also the stereotype that gay men's homes are somehow meticulous. I challenge you all to close your eyes, throw your wallet into a drag queen's dressing room, and tell me if you ever see that motherfucker again. I know some dudes and people in general are messier than others, but if you cite your alleged heterosexuality as your reason for not cleaning, you are not okay. Another everyday thing that can turn you into a raging homosexual: breakfast. Now, hear me out on this one. Breakfast on its own, not at all. But brunch? Sis. And breakfast is the gateway drug to brunch. You might be having steak and eggs one morning, but the next, you're just one meal before 11 a.m. away from sharing mimosas with the girlies and asking each other who the Samantha of the group is. I ordered champagne for breakfast, and one person I know and 2 staff members asked if I was gay, and the only appropriate response was the one right below it. I would have asked if you were an alcoholic. So, you know what? Yeah, I can see breakfast turning you gay. Next up, grocery shopping. This is the first of several things that have been decreed as either gay or unmanly by Jesse Waters, a Fox News host whose lips are almost as thin as his pants. Jesse is known for his outstanding performances as a mental gymnast, whose primetime show on Fox follows the model of what if every day was a slow news day. Accordingly, he saw a video of Doug Emhoff going grocery shopping with his wife Kamala Harris, and his response was very normal and definitely a thing that normal people think.
The New York Post caught her grocery shopping with Dougie Fresh. What kind of husband goes grocery shopping with his wife?
I don't know, Jesse. Are you jealous that Doug didn't have to slash Kamala's tires so that she'd go out with him? That's rich coming from you, man. Here's one we all saw coming, or at least I did. It's apparently gay to be attracted to strong women. I mean, I'm very attracted to strong women, and I'm gay as so, you know, there is some truth to that statement. Wanting a strong woman is a sign of homosexuality. Any masculine man wants a submissive woman. Again with the BDSM obsession. According to this Andrew Tate wannabe, a truly masculine man always wants a submissive woman, because there's nothing more masculine than having an accessory at all times so that you can visually prove it to strangers. And everyone who walks by you will definitely have the thought, wow, what a masculine dominant man standing next to a small and submissive woman. Weirdo. Fellas, is it gay to be straight? Have you ever watched the sun set over the horizon and taken in the spectacular, almost otherworldly colors that make you feel as though this world isn't quite as awful as you keep thinking it is, and that there's still enough beauty left in this world to be able to enjoy life? What are you, a raging I remarked on how beautiful the sunset was after a basketball game. We lost 64-62. My coach called me a homo and to paint a picture. Now I paint. Tragically, the link in this comment was unavailable when I tried clicking on it, so unfortunately we won't be able to see any of these magnificent paintings of these gay-ass sunsets. I'm straight, but that's incredible. What does that even mean? God, you guys are not okay. Next up, straws. Now, as a Californian, man, do I miss restaurant straws that don't feel like a limp dick. And as a queer, I like straws so that it doesn't ruin my lipstick. And so I can do the thing that's like, I saw this example a lot. Was also told by a gay man that drinking from a straw was gay. He then threw my straw across the bar. That one is stuck to this day. You heard it here first, folks. Straws are officially gay now, as decreed by also the gay community. Normally, I'd put this in the yeah, I could see that category, but it turns out we actually got a glowing endorsement from the John Hamm Sam Eagle love child himself.
I have rules for men. They're just funny. You don't drink from a straw. And one of the reasons you don't drink from a straw is because the way your lips purse. It's very effeminate.
This was just one of several things on his unmanly laundry list in this clip, which we'll be getting to later. And buddy, let me tell you, that's rich coming from you. This next one is another example I saw a lot. Recycling. To the point where there have been studies done on it. In this new study, 960 participants were asked to evaluate whether fictional characters felt feminine or masculine based on several environmentally friendly activities such as paying bills online, turning off the air conditioner, caulking windows, recycling, or using reusable shopping bags. Participants who learned that a male fictional character exhibited behaviors associated with women said that they were, quote, uncertain of his heterosexual identity. In the example of the reusable shopping bag or recycling, men across the board deemed it as feminine. It truly boggles the mind. Like, the planet is gonna become uninhabitable in 7 years, but hey, at least you never looked like you touched a dick in your life. God, you are not okay. Next up, listening to women. Now, I could easily point you in the direction of gay men who definitely don't listen to women. About 10 miles away from me, right at the corner of Santa Monica Boulevard and San Vicente, to be exact. To this day, my ex still thinks the reason I paid attention and listened to her was because I'm bi. She said no straight men would listen. A girl I was dating once started crying and asked if I was gay because I was attentive to her and remembered specific things she had told me about herself. The bar really is in hell. Fellas, is it gay to pay attention to your partner? This next one is not surprising at all. Face masks. Granted, the mask debate is honestly such an old meme, but do you think I'm ever going to pass up an opportunity to make fun of Tommy Lauren? Might as well carry a purse with that mask, Joe. Get it? Because carrying a purse is for girls, and wearing a mask is for girls, and therefore it's gay, and gay is bad. You know what else is for girls? All that gender-affirming surgery you got on your face, Thomas Llama. That's rich coming from you. Here's an interesting one. Mirrors. At least according to this sign in a public bathroom. You don't need a mirror. You're a man. Now, I have multiple theories for this one. On the surface, it just looks like another pointlessly gendered, inanimate object that's a reflection of society's toxic masculinity. It could also be another version of the "you don't need a mirror, you're beautiful" nonsense. Why is it nonsense, Francis? Bitch, I know I'm beautiful. Maybe I want to see if there's something stuck in my teeth or any other normal thing that you would need a mirror for. There's also the possibility of this bathroom simply being a safe space for LSD users. But most disturbingly, this very well could have been bought and paid for by the big vampire industry. Capitalism really knows no bounds, does it? Either way, regardless of what's true, you guys are not okay. Next up, buying feminine hygiene products for your partner who needs them. Let's say your significant other has once again been hit by the devil's rain. They're either busy or they're in an insane amount of pain, and girl, it is an emergency. And they ask you if you could just be a dear and run down to CVS to pick up some pads or tampons. If your answer to that request is "that's gay" or any variation of it, I want to ask you something. First off, why do you even think people around you would give a shit? Do you think when you're in the checkout line, people are looking at you and being like, tee-hee, I bet he's buying them for himself? And in the minuscule probability that they did think that, why do you think that might be? Also, just to be clear, by gay guys in this scenario, I'm referring to cisgender gay men or simply people who do not menstruate, just to be 1000% clear. Do you think gay men have vaginas and or use these products themselves, gay guys make up exactly 0% of feminine hygiene profits, except in cases where they go to buy them for their menstruating friends because their dickhead straight boyfriends wouldn't do it themselves. Fellas, is it gay to help your partner not bleed through their clothes? Hey guys, have you ever crossed your legs when sitting down? What are you, a f***ing homo? There were countless examples of this. Why? Why do so many people believe this? Including, oh, not you again.
You don't cross your legs?
Once again, that's rich coming from you, Waters. This next one is actually kinda sad. Apparently, liking flowers is gay, according to many people, but especially according to a straight dad who thinks that his 1-year-old son liking flowers is gay. My 23 female, husband 24 male, thinks our son is gay when he's only a year old. Some of the reasons he thinks our son is gay. His favorite thing to do right now is look at the flowers that are blooming and touch them. He loves when the light shines through the window in a way that makes rainbows on the floor. He likes to help me peel bananas, and one time my husband saw him mouth the tip of it. He got angry at me for, quote, letting him do something that looks sexual. And they say we sexualize kids. He generally prefers me to my husband. I can't imagine why. The dads are not alright. Next up, lemon water. Y'all be dating men who ask the waiter for water with lemon, then be surprised that he gay. I'm not saying drinking water with lemon necessarily makes him gay. I'm just saying that's a womanly thing to ask for. Now, in her defense, I've never seen anybody order lemon water ever. The only time I even saw lemon water on display was at post-production studios in Santa Monica ran by a bunch of elder millennials, where I landed a bunch of job interviews because they said they were looking for someone with a sense of humor, and then once they actually got someone with an actual sense of humor, they didn't know how to interact with me. Anyway, lemon water? Yeah, I could see that. I won't further elaborate at this time. Here's another thing that's so gay it's straight. Liking women's bodies and admiring them. My girlfriend once seriously asked me if I was gay because I said that I liked her body. Dude, I complimented one girl's hair one time and her friend thought I was gay. Being attracted towards women because they like men and that's gay.
What in the goddamn hell are you talking about?
And then on the other end, similarly, I've had multiple women ask me if I'm gay because I don't think they're attractive. Imagine thinking that highly of yourself. Couldn't be me. Is it gay to be attracted to women? Next up, using facial products. Do the people who think this think that every man should look and act like Nicolas Cage's character in that awful movie I reviewed? However, I have a very strict skincare routine because I wear 10 pounds of makeup every week, and I'm gay as hell, so the correlation here is undeniable. Thankfully, they're putting a stop to this dangerous gateway to homosexuality with war paint, makeup for men. Yes, really. Throw in a hot tattooed guy that's sure to delight the demographics that yours is clearly afraid of, then make up for that by packaging it with a title that implies violence. That is the only possible way we can convince straight men to take care of their skin. Anyway, do facial products turn you gay? Yeah, I could see that. So, the worst thing about this next thing that allegedly turns you gay is that it might be the most commonly cited example I found. Something I didn't even realize could be gendered, but I guess it's another rule of the internet. If it exists, it can be pointlessly gendered. Wiping the booty hole. Wiping the booty hole is apparently gay because your hand gets too close to your booty hole, and that's gay. And my god, the rabbit hole for this is deep. Countless articles, tweets, Reddit posts, TikToks, YouTube videos. And you could say, but Francis, isn't this just a meme? These people have got to be joking. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I believe women, so I am going to believe at least most of these testimonials.
That motherfucker's not joking.
Guys, I I don't even have a joke for this. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Do you guys not brush your teeth either because it's a hard object going in and out of your mouth? You know, this is how the plagues and shit spread hundreds of years ago, right? Though I will say, I kind of want a shirt or mug that says real men have skid marks. Are you guys okay? Here's Jesse Waters letting out more hot air than his wife/tires as he further elaborates on why straws are gay.
His excuse was, well, I was drinking a milkshake. Again, you shouldn't be drinking a milkshake.
Exactly. Real men don't drink milkshakes with straws. They should be getting all that sweet, dripping cream in and around their mouth as much as possible. Right, Jesse? Next up, tweeting. Now, this might seem kind of silly, but I actually think this person has a point here. I think men who are actually active on Twitter are low-key gay. You see, once upon a time, there was a glorious subculture on that site known as gay Twitter, which was so influential that it actually led some people to believe that it was its own app. Blue Sky is trying to be that app we all dreamed of, but it's currently far too oversaturated with liberals who do not get jokes. Now, granted, the number of gay Twitter users has dwindled considerably ever since the takeover by a man whose body shape matches his cars. But that said, all of the people I know who are still on Twitter actively are gay. So, yeah. I could see that. Another sign you might be a homosexual degenerate is if you last too long in bed with a woman. Apparently, if you do anything besides slam it home in 3.8 seconds or less, you're just one straight bang away from cruising bathroom stalls at Mickey's WeHo. Y'all, this boy had sex with me for like a long ass time, and I was turned off. Instantly thought he was gay. One time a girl thought I was gay because I was attentive during sex. I'm not even joking. I've had exes that literally seemed horrified at the implication that I wanted them to be more attentive during sex rather than just banging it out at their own pace. Not that I've been told not to do it, but I know a guy who refuses to eat because he says it's gay. To clarify, he believes eating is an act of sexual submission and only gay men are sexually submissive. This is utterly stupid. Have you ever even tried merely suggesting to a gay man that he should try eating? It's almost never a good reaction. Gay guys are simply going around and giving women the best sex of their lives to ruin it for all the straight guys with zero game. Fellas, is it gay to pleasure a woman? Here's another sign these people have never met a gay person in their entire lives: ordering dessert. I know gay men who haven't eaten a single carbohydrate since they were 7 years old. And you think they're the only ones out here getting dessert? A guy ordering dessert on a date is a red flag for me. That's a female thing to do. For real. First off, my assumption would be that a guy is living large if he can afford to order dessert at the end of dinner. Secondly, it's just another stupid example of people conflating queerness with femininity. Have y'all ever considered that femininity isn't a bad thing? For people who are so obsessed that women constantly present themselves as hyper feminine so as to avoid the fucking blue hair and pronouns and nose ring stereotype that you guys created in your minds, why is being feminine then considered shameful? Oh, right. It's because it is shameful to be a woman, right? Of course. I should have known. What an incredible hellscape you people have created for yourselves. This next one is also backed up by science. Fruity drinks. A vodka company surveyed about 1,500 Americans and found that 74% of millennial men like fruity drinks, but 63% of them wouldn't order one in public. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, and it's one of the ways I entertain myself while in college. I would go to this bar in Orange, and it was like a bar, like a man's man bar. And since there was security everywhere, I would go to this bar, order a Cosmo, and just observe the wide range of reactions around me. It was actually pretty incredible. Like, I found a way to upset complete strangers without causing anybody physical or emotional harm whatsoever. Highly recommend recommend it, especially if you go dressed in a trench coat like I would sometimes. That said, this also reminds me of that Kids in the Hall sketch where Dave gets so addicted to fruity drinks that they ruin his life. This is my very long-winded way of saying, yeah, I could see that. You might not have seen this one coming. Airbags! Like the ones in cars. No airbags. We die like real man. Gen X really is never beating the lead poisoning allegations. What if an airbag kills you? That happens too, you know. Oh, you mean you were killed by a soft, pillowy, blown up cloth, you queermo? Make seatbelts gay too. Nothing gayer than men in tight straps, am I right? I am once again asking you guys if you're okay. Coming up on our last few entries here. This next one is carrying an umbrella for when it's raining men, of course. I think umbrellas are only gay if you're holding them like a parasol, which I always do because why shouldn't I be the diva I was born to be at all times? I'm also in California and I work from home, so using an umbrella is a very special occasion for me. Am I part of the problem when I say, yeah, I could see that? Here's human mothball Jesse Waters giving his final words on what counts as manly or not.
You don't eat soup in public.
Eating soup in public. You sure do have a strange obsession with what men do with their lips and legs, Jesse. And I know there's a stray MAGA in the comments who's gonna be like, he's just making a joke. Okay, sure. He does have Greg Gutfield in the room with him in this clip, so clearly he had a solid comedy coach on the set.
Well, his nickname's Tampon. No real man has a nickname like that. Well, that's what it is. I'm sorry. I didn't make it up. He wants them in boys' bathrooms.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Damn, Jess, you got the whole squad laughing over here. And I'm sure one of you will accuse me of editing out any laughter emitted after that killer set. So by all means, go watch the original video for yourselves. I wouldn't do another comedian dirty like that. Anyway, Rich, coming from you, buckaroo. I only saw one example of this next one, but for some reason, it made me laugh so hard that I simply had to include it. Broke a guy's jaw in high school. Sent him a get well card while he was in the hospital. He called me gay for sending the card. On accident or on purpose? Cause sending someone a get well card after intentionally breaking their jaw is a power move. Break his jaw again and send him a no homo card. Is this not an example of the male dominance or whatever the hell you people keep waffling on about? Make up your minds, guys. That said, I'll say, yeah, I could see that for this example because it's badass. And so are we! Fellas, is it gay to not get cancer? Because sunscreen is even gayer, apparently. No joke, Australia had to spend a huge amount of money on a media campaign to persuade people about the need to use sunscreen. Somebody called me gay for doing that too. I didn't realize as a hetero I was supposed to die of skin cancer. My boss refuses to wear sunscreen because it is for gays. I'm gay and I wear sunscreen because skin cancer is for straight men. This, along with other examples like the airbags and any other safety precautions, are proof that toxic masculinity could literally kill you. And finally, sex with women. Yep, we have truly come full circle. It wasn't gay enough to be attracted to women. Simply, having sex with a woman is the ultimate way to tell the world just how starved you are. Any man who has an obscene amount of sex with a high number of women consistently over years is a potential undercover gay man. Being a nympho-deviant is the gateway to homosexuality. It's why a lot of these rappers are gay. Eventually you get so tired, you begin to explore. Fellas, I'm not gay. I just ran out of women to bang. I think Andrew Tate made a similar statement, but somehow even stupider. Look, fellas, I have a solution for you. Go have sex with men. You don't even like women. They certainly don't like you. It is truly a win-win for everybody across the board if you just did it nasty with your buddy Dave for once. There's a reason gay means happy. Openly gay people don't saddle themselves with this shit and live miserable lives. Just go have sex with men. Be free. Because apparently there's nothing that can make you look more gay sexuality than having sex with women. I know this was meant to be a fun and silly video, and it is, but jokes aside, gentlemen out there watching this, these so-called masculine standards are not real. The fact that so many men feel shame for simply enjoying things speaks to a much larger issue. These fears and paranoias are entirely rooted in misogyny, homophobia, and transphobia. These so-called men who perpetuate these beliefs and make a living grifting off of it are not on your side, never have been, and never will. So, men out there, please take care of yourselves. Open up to your loved ones. Don't be afraid to show vulnerability, as scary as that can be. Be kind to yourselves, and in turn, you will be kind to others. And remember, the only thing more manly than showing compassion is having sex with another man. What? You wanted to know how to be a real man. I'm telling you. Don't shoot the messenger on this one. Happy Pride, everyone. Overdramatic Baddie says, "Yas, love you, QueenCokeFrancis. You are the supreme deity of the internet. I bow before you. Please release me from the dungeon, your highness. I've resorted to licking the mildew off the walls to keep from starving to death." The door is open. You just need to get out of the shackles. I can't help you with that. That's on you. That's a you problem. Abby Tater Tot says, "QueenCokeFrancis and her daughter Leo need to go to JCPenney for an awkward family photo shoot." Ragno Maneuver 4710 says, "I mean this with love. You look like if Chucky's son went woke and decided to become a they-them barista at Starbucks serving only 3 flavors of iced coffee because pride." You too could be featured in the next video. Leave a comment below. I will pick my favorite ones and give you a shout out next time, but if you'd like to guarantee your name being featured at the end of every video, please consider joining my Patreon. If you join any of the membership tiers that are conveniently named after Fallout protagonists, your name will be featured at the end of every video. You might also get other cool stuff like access to my Discord, behind the scenes content on how I make my wigs, ad-free and uncensored versions of my videos. So if you love my content and my drag, you can support this channel directly by clicking the link to my Patreon in the description box. If you would like to see me simp for my favorite game characters and get visibly frustrated in real time, please follow me on Twitch. And if you'd like to see even more of my clown mug elsewhere, please consider following me on Instagram or Threads or Blue Sky. My handle for all of the above is at QueenCokeFrancis. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't done so already, please plan a boys' night with the fellas. And when things inevitably start to get hot and spicy, if anyone starts to question their sexuality before a long night of beautiful lovemaking, shift to the topic at hand by going ahead and unzipping your pants and dick slapping those like and subscribe buttons as hard as you can. Thank you again to Aura for sponsoring this video, and thank you so much to all of my patrons and subscribers who have helped my channel get where it is, and of course, as always, until next time, howdy-o. God, these are so cute.